Hey, this is David, and this is the weekly live training, and Kurt is not here yet. He's trying to get in, and we're having some issues with getting in for some reason. But John is going to help him with that in just a second. We'll see if we can't get this resolved. Until that time, I will tell you guys a couple of things that's going on that's kind of important. We have just got a ton of stuff going on around here right now. This week, well, next week is the NAMS workshop. I'll be going over to Atlanta I'll be packing up the U-Haul on Tuesday, going over to Atlanta on Wednesday morning, and we really kind of get started setting up and doing all that stuff on Wednesday afternoon. Then we'll have opening registration and workshops and receptions and masterminds and all that kind of stuff to start on Thursday over there. Then the workshop actually gets going on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then we have a final workshop on Monday. If you're in the Atlanta area and you're not coming to the workshop, which is a big mistake, but if you're not coming to the workshop, we'd like to see you at the free workshop that we're having on the following Monday about building leadership and building passive income. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to put that link in here for Monday in the group. And that is nams.ws. Remember, we always do nams.ws as our short code. And it is N13 PASSIV, nams.ws/N13 passive. And that takes you to the Monday workshop where you can sign up and get going. Okay, let's see if with John how we're doing here. And the other thing I want to tell you is just because we're gluttons for punishment around here, actually that's not the real reason, but just because it's time for us to do the migration. We are migrating to Infusionsoft all week long. We've actually started it. We've got all of our lists, all of our contacts over in Infusionsoft. You've been receiving emails from me this week in Infusionsoft. And we've migrated over from Aweber, and we're migrating over from Amember as well into Infusionsoft. And what that does for us is help you. What that does for us is help us serve you better with some automation and some better segmentation. So we're in a real process of changing how we're dealing with everybody. So it's a real interesting thing. So I don't know. John is telling me that Kurt can see me on the screen, but it's not connecting. That's really weird because I can't see anything here at all. So, okay, so that's the Infusionsoft piece of that. That's going to be kind of a bumpy road over the next couple of weeks. I really expect that to get washed out pretty clear, though, because I'm really impressed with the ability to do automation over there. You know, people have talked about Infusionsoft, and I was afraid of it as well, because it was, they talked about it being Confusionsoft because it was so layered and complex and all that kind of stuff. Well, the truth is it's very process oriented. It is very step 1, 2, 3, if this, then that kind of stuff. And you can, it's all visual though, which is really nice, drag and drop visual, which is, they've improved this campaign building. The campaign builder is amazing with what you can do in it. So I'm really liking the ability to do segmentation. You have to build those campaigns out though. So we have a lot of work left to do there to get all of that done. Now that's the Infusionsoft piece of it. Then what else was I going to tell you? Oh, the Amember piece of it, which is where we've had all of our membership, we have to run 2 systems basically for 2 years until people's credit cards move out. So until they need to be renewed, and then we'll move everybody over to Infusionsoft as fast as possible because I don't want to maintain the 2 systems. Some of your stuff will be in Amember, some of your stuff is going to be in Infusionsoft. We're going to try to have that fixed up so that you can move to Infusionsoft as quickly as you want, as quickly as possible. For the only people that are really going to be affected by this are the MyNAMS insiders and the MyNAMS lifetime members. Actually, even the lifetime members, anybody that's got lifetime anything can be moved over to Infusionsoft. It's the recurring payment stuff that gets a little dicey, so we have to get that all figured out. I'll answer some questions about Infusionsoft here, and I am seeing this stuff now. So thanks, Deborah. That is not going to help. That's an old link, so I do appreciate that. Georgianne says, is Infusionsoft expensive? Infusionsoft at first seems a lot more expensive to me than other solutions. But the truth is, once I got into it and realized what I was doing, we ended up saving quite a bit of money because we put most of the bulk of, we were able to downsize our server from a massive server to a much smaller server, saved me about $300 or $400 a month there. We were able to reduce the S3 storage cost that we were getting. And we were able to do an all-in-one platform versus doing Aweber, and a bunch of stuff. Now, Aweber was getting very expensive for me too. It depends on the number, the size of your list. If your list is under 500, I think Aweber is pretty cheap. So Georgianne says, would it be better for people to start out with Infusionsoft? Infusionsoft add-on handles memberships. You have to get an add-on to handle the recurring and the memberships, but it is an Infusionsoft add-on. So the entire package does handle memberships, and it handles it really well. There are different packages. You can get anywhere from $47 to $79 a month, or $37 to $79 a month for the membership. The whole Infusionsoft package is going to end up saving us money, and it's going to end up giving us an incredible amount of automation. So if you ever expect to have the need for campaign management and multiple products, multiple automation, a membership site, a course site, any of that kind of stuff, then you are definitely wanting to learn more about Infusionsoft. So that's what I will tell you about that. Let's see, Ellen says, why can you reduce the server? I don't understand the connection with that and Infusionsoft. So Infusionsoft has a member platform called Customer Hub. Customer Hub, you put your blog and everything else on the front of your site. So the way we were on our old site was that when you logged in at the WordPress site, all of the activity, all the connection to all of the products that you had and all of the delivery that you had was in the WordPress system. Now when you log in to Infusionsoft, all of that activity, the hosting of the products, the hosting of the videos even, will be on the Infusionsoft Customer Hub platform. So you get unlimited storage over there for your videos and audios and all of that delivery system on the Infusionsoft side. So the workload on our server is much less than it was before. So that's a really good thing. Let's see. What other questions do we have down here? Yeah, so I mentioned the WordPress site. The WordPress site is going to change a lot this week too. In fact, it's probably going to go up tonight if we can get the last little things done. We have always wanted the WordPress site to be more focused and organizational so that you can get to things easier. And when it comes down to it, NAMS is about three things: team, training, and tools. And so the website is going to be organized around team, training, and tools. Now we're putting a very light coat of paint on the design. And we are reorganizing the website throughout so it's easier, cleaner, more modern, but it's pretty much the same as it was once you get back behind the front page. And the team, training, and tools piece, everything is going to be tagged via those three things so that you can actually click on buttons and go see what's available in team, training, and tools. got a lot of work to do there. And at the same time that we're doing all of this other migration, that's one of the things that we're doing. So Ellen says, is there an Infusionsoft demo at NAMS? I want to see how that is going to work. Darren Adams is our Infusionsoft guy. And Darren will be at NAMS doing, I think it's 3 sessions, maybe two or three sessions that will be Infusionsoft specific, so people can walk through it and see what it is. And I also know that at NAMS, we're offering a sweet deal on the Infusionsoft package. I'm now a bronze partner with Infusionsoft, and that's an important aspect of it as well. So we'll be doing a webinar with Infusionsoft after the workshop as well to go through all of that. So people who aren't at the workshop will actually get to see what Infusionsoft will do for you as well. Let's see. It looks like they are stuck on getting in with getting stuck on trying to join the call. So I don't know what to do about this. Let me just grab this link again and see if they can get in. You know, I usually share this kind of stuff, the background, with everybody who is in our Insiders Club. I show people what we're doing on our site, what we do in the background, what platforms we use, why we make the changes, what the business model is, how we've changed our business model and stuff. Until Kurt gets in here, I can actually go through some of that with you today. If Kurt gets in here, I can go through some of that with you today to talk about the different models that we're using on the inside. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I think that the yeah, type in here if you would like for me to share some of the actual sausage making that's going on with the migration to Infusionsoft and the changes that we're making there. I'll actually show you some of the back end of Infusionsoft. I'll show you some of the redesign that we're doing and putting together as fast as possible on WordPress. I'll open the kimono here. I don't mind doing that. And I will also tell you that if you have one of 4 email addresses, I'm sending out an email later today to each of these 4 groups saying that you need to click this link or you're going to be removed from the system. And that is Yahoo, AOL, Hotmail, or Comcast. I know that seems like a lot and it's kind of harsh. It's actually about 20% of our list right now. But I'll tell you why. And it's because those 4 systems, and this is because of Infusionsoft, our move over to Infusionsoft, those 4 systems are terrible for delivery. Terrible for delivery. Yahoo is notorious. They have been forever notorious for this. AOL, when it bounces, it gives direct spam complaints. And you know, it's just, I just don't want to deal with it. So those 4 groups, AOL, Yahoo, Hotmail, and Comcast, we're going to get an email specifically from me that says, if you have this domain, click this link. Because by clicking that link, you're going to be able to preserve that email. The problem with it is that most people who have those domains don't even see the email. So they don't get delivered, which is a real issue. And that shows up as black marks against me. So I'm cleaning up my list by going after those. For example, I'll give you an example. We got, I did my very first broadcast out of Infusionsoft on, what's today? Wednesday? I did it on Monday, I guess. And what happens on your first broadcast from Infusionsoft, if you do a big mail or a small mail or whatever it is, they're going to throttle that first mail. Now, throttling means that they will only allow so many to go out. So out of my list of about 14,000 at that point, they wanted to throttle, and they only sent about 1,800. And they said, we'll test this and see how that does, and then get back to you and let you know. Well, they canceled my broadcast and said that we had too many spam rejections from those 4 domains particularly. And so they canceled that broadcast. So I removed all of those from our broadcast. You guys who have those emails haven't received them in all week long. And what I've done with that is I've removed those from the broadcast sequence. So that was about 3,000 emails, and I removed that from the broadcast sequence, and now we're going to start adding those back in based on people clicking the links, because when you click a link, it's going to click a tag that says that you're a viable recipient, that this is getting through. And if that tag doesn't happen, then it's going to tell me that the person didn't click the link or they didn't get through. And we're going to just delete them. Whether you have products or not, we're just going to delete them because you're not getting the emails anyway. So there's a couple of big things that is happening, kind of a thought change. Let me just respond to this with John for a second and see if I can get him in on this link. We haven't had this issue in a long time with Webinar Jam. But it appears that he's not getting in. So hold on. I'm going to show you inside. I got to get my browser set up here, and I have to remove this, There's that. Okay. And here we go. Okay, so this is the back end of Infusionsoft. Let me just start from the front here, and you will see what we've got. When I first looked at it, I thought, boy, this is Greek to me. And actually, I'm just going to log out if I can. I log out so infrequently, I don't even know where it is. Here it is. Okay. So now I'm going to go to Infusionsoft. Now I've got three things with Infusionsoft. I've got three accounts. I've got my Infusionsoft NAMS Inc. account. I've got my NAMS Customer Hub, which is our membership backend, and I've got the marketplace. And the marketplace is basically like a Chrome extension where you can buy. I'll just click on that quickly and show you. It's where you can buy additional plugins and those kind of things. So like here's one of the member plugins, which is $57 a month, and there's a sync for Outlook. There's a lot of stuff, and you can choose different things to turbocharge your Infusionsoft if you want to. And the only thing that we've already added is in the Customer Hub here, because this one was built by Infusionsoft, and it was the only membership add-on that allowed you to give you unlimited storage, and it's the one that reduced all of my requests for my server and all of that kind of stuff. So I really like that. All right, so let me go back over here to, I did get Appointment Core too, and what I'm using as my calendar now, instead of Schedule Once, which was really getting expensive for me, was Appointment Core. And Appointment Core is the thing that I'm using to schedule all my appointments now based on my Google Calendar. So when people click a link to come schedule something with me or book a weekly live training or something, then they are coming straight into my Infusionsoft system and creating a tag. And if they're new to my system, it actually adds them as a lead or contact, and I tag them that way. All right, so I'm coming back over to the Infusionsoft, going into the NAMS Inc. account, and you can see here the notifications were about getting throttled. So here was the first one that got throttled right here. And if I come down to this, it shows you that this bad boy got throttled because we had 63 bounces out of 1,800 that went. We had the open rate was pretty good, 15% open, and the click rate was pretty good, which was 5%. But it got throttled because of the bounces and complaints. So this shows me the complaints and on that group and the opt-outs, right? So when we brought this entire list over, one of the things Oh, okay. You can't see the screen, so let me make the screen bigger. How about that? Does that help? So one of the things about I knew that was going to happen when we brought these things over, when we brought all of our lists over into one spot. By the way, I brought 3 lists into Infusionsoft. We imported about 30,000, no, what was it? We imported about 25,000 contacts, and it deduped all of them and moved them back to singles so that you have one contact. Now, the key difference between Infusionsoft and Aweber was whenever you want to segment anybody in Aweber, unless you're using Jack Bourne's AW Pro Tools, which I highly recommend if you're going to use Aweber, Infusionsoft treats them as a single contact. Somebody's a single contact, and you just tag them with different activities. So I'm going to come over here to the contacts. How do I want to do this? Do I want to show you? I want to make sure I don't show you everything. I don't want to show you other people's email addresses. So just give me 1 second. Let me make sure I open that up. I don't want to be kind of stupid about it. And let's see. Let me pull up my contact, and I'll show you my contact information. There I am. Okay. So when you pull up your contact information, you can see this is my contact information. And these little guys right here tell me what the engagement scores are. So as people engage more, we'll get more flames on them, right? And that's good. So if I want to edit this contact, I click here. And you know, you can add all kinds of information with people, what their email addresses are and all of that. But you can also look at their tags. I currently don't have any tags. So if I wanted to tag this person, I could edit the tags, and I can come in here and say, okay, he's added, he watched the Daniel Hall $47. I can apply that. And then I can say that I was on the Aweber list, which I brought in all of my Aweber tags. Make that a little bigger so you can see. And my Aweber list, these are the categories, the tag categories. So I brought in the Aweber list. So let's see if I think I have NAMS instructors, or maybe just instructors, or doesn't matter. I'll just grab one. Free deep dive. I was on the free deep dive list. Okay, so I apply this tag. And now if I go back to my contact up here, hold on. You see I've now tagged myself with this, with attended Daniel Hall's $47 video products and free deep dive. Now, I'm not going to go into this too deeply at this point, but what it really does is I can create a campaign. Okay, so I'm going to come back up here to the top. You see this is all of my marketing, my campaign, my contacts, my campaign builder, my email and broadcast, my lead generation, all of this. And so what I'm going to do is come into the campaign builder. Let's use the Daniel Hall as an example. Do I have that already? We do. We have this set up already. I don't think we have it really set up yet, but I'll try to show you more of this here. So let's see. I'm going to have to make this smaller so we can see it some. Okay. So basically what I've done here is people who watch the Daniel Hall, I double clicked on this. This is a form basically opt-in email form. People fill that out from the registration page, right? And when they do that, we have it so that a tag is being applied, or a tag will be applied. So when people submit the form, a tag will be applied and a sequence starts. And the sequence is, do we send them a confirmation email? And here's the email that they signed up for the thing. And then after that, we have already got, we pulled in the tag on Daniel Hall. So I know that this person has watched that video. Now we can start adding all kinds of stuff on this so that we can do a lot of really great automation. So once this email confirmation is sent, then I can start adding additional tags. Where's my little thing for adding? Here we go, this guy. Okay, I want to be able to see this over here. Oh, there we go, draft. Put that into draft, sequence, save as. I've lost my little deal. The thing I love about this, though, is that right there on the event that you've just clicked, you're writing your emails in here. So I can actually create the emails here for an entire autoresponder series based on that tag. And I do have somebody else that's helping me with all of this, and that's Cindy, is really helping me. Mike says that a lot of credit for taking on this whole thing yourself. And he said if I have friends from Glacier Kennedy days who found this to be a bear. It has changed a lot in the last few years, so it is really getting better. So this is Infusionsoft, and when you bring in the tags into the campaign builder, you get to actually base your campaigns. You add tags in the campaigns themselves, and you can actually add forms into these things as well. So if I wanted to add a traffic source, say that I'm doing a Facebook ad, I just come up here and add that this is all coming from Facebook, and then I'll know that when I get to my Facebook traffic coming into this, that what traffic sources are giving me the best response. And that's one of the other things we're digging into with everything, trying to get that all done. Okay. And let's see, what else is here? Okay, hold on. I'm responding back to John. All right, so that is what we're doing with, we're going to have to reschedule this webinar. I just told John, and they wanted us to restart. Not going to do it. So we'll have to reschedule this thing for when we can do it better. Okay. So we are waiting. Kent says, I don't know what this has to do with the 5 ways to make the website more profitable and easier to manage. Doesn't have anything to do with it, Kent. We're waiting for them to get in, because we had issues, and while we were waiting, I'm showing you the back end of the new system that we are going to at the MyNAM site. So, and I think what we're going to do is actually just close it down at this point. The Infusionsoft system is really pretty awesome from the campaign builder's perspective, and I'm really excited about what we're getting done here. So Kurt is very frustrated trying to get in. So is John, trying to get him in. There's something happening between Webinar Jam and Google Hangout today, so we're kind of done. It's just not going to work for us today. So we're going to call it quits and move on to the next thing, and see if we can't figure out this thing out on our own on the side. and we will reschedule Kurt. I'm really sorry, folks, about this whole thing. So first time in a long time we've had issues with Webinar Jam. So talk to you soon. Bye-bye.